Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Welcome to my loft. It's cramped. Please have a seat. Oh, there's no seats either. Either way, have a cup of coffee. Actually, I'm out. This was the last bit. Sorry. Do you like my coffee mug? It says a bad word. It's clever. Anyways, I got a new MacBook. A1. I keep calling it A1. It's not steak sauce, man. It's M1. Apple's M1 chip. Spectacular, right? It's supposed to be mind-blowing. I saw the reviews. That's probably why you're even here, because you're just going through YouTube and you're just going one review after another because you don't know you can't make up your mind yet. Well, maybe this will help. The reviews are true. It is pretty phenomenal. The performance you get, the battery life, it's great. Most of the apps just work. But the question I had, are my Pro Tool sessions going to work, or can I just bring in my old sessions and my plugins? What's going to break? So I can tell you that for the most part, most of your plugins will work just fine. So you've probably read about or watched or heard about the Rosetta 2 software, translating all the Intel stuff to the Apple chip. Yes, it does work. There are a couple plugins, and Pro Tools is a little flaky at times, which I'll show you, but overall, it's kind of crazy. So let's push Pro Tools as far as we can before it breaks. And you can see just how stable this is, even before being optimized. So, pretty cool. Are you ready? And to the screen record. And now. And quit being weird. And Wayne's World dream sequence. Here we have Pro Tools running on our M1 MacBook Pro. I'm also screen recording, so this does take up a tiny bit of CPU, but not a ton, just something to keep in mind. I just tested this on my old rig, my old PC, and the maximum number of instances of our fabulous plugin from Neural DSP that I could run was 15 on my old PC, just for a baseline. So here we go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate these, just the instances. So we're going to run as many tracks with this active instance of the plugin that we can before we see how many we can run before we start running into issues with playback. So let's go ahead and duplicate. Actually, let's just go ahead and duplicate 14. So we have 15 instances matching my PC. All right, so now we're at 35% usage. Let's see if we have any playback issues. Nope. Let's just keep duplicating. So we already matched my 6-year-old PC, which again was top of the line 6 years ago, but still. In fact, actually, so just as a for instance, this is what I'm technically comparing against: 1057 single core, 3948 multi-core at 4 gigahertz baseline clock speed. And then let's look at M1 7306. I guess that's the overall average for this chip on this machine. Not bad. That's what we're benchmarking against, at least for this test. So let's screw it. Let's keep going. Duplicate 10 more times. All right, we're at 50% usage now. 25 tracks. 25 instances of this plugin running. Keep going, 10 more. So we're at 25. Let's go to 35. And we should level out here. So now we're at 60%. 35 tracks, 35 instances of this plugin, which I struggled to run 15. Now, this is kind of interesting. I do get this message from Pro Tools about RAM usage, but now if you actually look at the memory pressure is really low, and you see swap used. Like, we're actually not using any of the swaps, so like it having to transfer out to disk. So barely any swap used, or no swap used, and memory pressure is low, so you can't really rely on this. I'm just gonna hit that. I don't care about that anymore. Let's keep going. We're at 35, right? Let's do 10 more. Okay, now we're at 70, spiking up to 90 now. So 45 instances of the Neural DSP plugin, and let's see if we have any skip playback. Still flawless. Let's keep going. Can we go 55? Can we get a 55? Okay, it's trying. It's struggling. 55 instances might be all it can handle. 55. Oh, is it going to level out? It's trying. I don't know. Let's hit play. Let's see what happens. Wow. There's no skipped playback, but graphically things are trying. They're having trouble keeping up. Also, I'm screen recording, keep in mind. So I'm not getting the right feedback from the application anymore. But I can hit play, and it does play, and I don't hear any skipped playback. So there you go. That's insane. We were maxing out at about 15 instances on my i7 4790K, and now we're at 55 instances on a MacBook Pro, which, by the way, isn't even breaking a sweat. I mean, like literally breaking a sweat. Like clearly it's working its ass off, but I mean in terms of it producing heat, still have no memory usage, no swap used, low memory pressure, CPU. Now we're finally getting, like, we're actually getting up to close to the max from what it can actually run from the activity monitor. Okay, so this is one of the things that I've seen with Pro Tools in terms of actually getting it to crash. So the app is now responsive even with all this running. I'm just going to delete a chunk of these so we get a little bit more responsiveness so I can demonstrate what's going on here. So hold on, let me see, system usage. Okay, we're back to a manageable amount, but still I think even with this responsive, okay, the application is pretty responsive now, but when you go to try and resize or move the tracks, things break. So look, I tried to move it, I get beach balls. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind, that, you know, in terms of just application compatibility and bugs and that sort of thing, this is going to happen. So you'll probably find a lot more of them. They do exist, but overall, the unbelievable stability of the app with all of that going on, that's pretty crazy. All right, that's it. I don't really know what the heck I was doing in this video, but I hope that helped. Bye-bye, Pro Tools. Is that enough footage of me being completely unstable? No, we need more. We need more!